All right, listen up. I'm Frankie 5 Stories, and I'm going to give you the lowdown on the 5 freshest and the 5 biggest nationwide stories from today, May 29th, 2025. Let's dive in. Back in April 2019, a conservative student at UC Berkeley got slugged in the face during a campus protest. One ear-shattering punch that caught Trump's eye. The Don saw blue-chip universities letting left-wing mobs run wild and snapped, "Enough of this censorship racket." He whipped up an executive order tying federal research cash, billions in grants, to free speech protections, threatening to yank funding from schools that squashed conservative voices. Fast forward to today, and the White House Task Force on Campus Anti-Semitism, led by Harmeet Dillon and Stephen Miller, is in full siege mode. 10 elite outfits, Harvard, Yale, you name it, are under scrutiny, facing funding cutoffs unless they clean house and respect all viewpoints. Trump and allies like Charlie Kirk vow to funnel that dough into trade schools and veteran programs instead. It's classic Trump. One mighty punch exposed the soft underbelly of academe, and now he's delivering the knockout, no apologies. So on May 28th, Elon Musk finally hung up his badge at DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, after clocking exactly 130 days as a special government employee under President Trump. He posted on X, "My time comes to an end," and tossed Trump a big thanks for the shot, while reminding everyone he slashed red tape waste to the tune of about $175 billion. Musk bragged the DOGE mission's just getting warmed up, comparing it to the Buddha sparking a movement. And the White House swears he'll still drop wisdom as an off-board advisor. Conservatives nod. This stint proves that when you cut through bureaucratic BS like a hot knife through salami, you get real results. And as Musk jets back to Tesla and SpaceX, one thing's clear: he left DOGE leaner, meaner, and ready to keep America's books in line. On May 28th, the Don pulls out his pardon pen and frees reality TV's own kingpin couple, Todd and Julie Chrisley, from federal lockup, scoring them clemency after convictions for bank fraud and tax evasion that slapped them with years behind bars. Julie skirts home from Kentucky, while Todd rolls out of Pensacola in style, reunited with daughter Savannah's tears and triumphal "we did it" vibes. Trump shrugged off the outrageous sentences, calling them unfairly treated. Trump slashes bureaucratic overreach, tosses a lifeline to hardworking Americans, and keeps the Justice Department honest. Now the Chrisleys head home to Nashville. No electronic ankle bracelets, just family prayers, stiff drinks, and the promise of a fresh start. In Trump's world, loyalty pays, and sometimes a pardon's the best kind of deal you can make. 72 hours after former Gateway Police Chief Grant Hardin, dubbed the Devil in the Ozarks, waltzed out of Calico Rock's North Central unit in a homemade ADC-style uniform, Arkansas officials say they still think he's camped in those rugged hills. They've cordoned off Stone County, launched helicopters, drones, and K-9 units, and even tipped local deputies to lock their doors. Hardin, 56, got 30 years for the shotgun slaying of city water worker James Appleton in 2017, and another stretch after DNA linked him to a 97 rape. Yet somehow he fooled guards at the prison, pushed a utility cart like he owned the joint, and slipped into the woods before anyone realized. Now he's blending into a labyrinth of 2,000 caves, abandoned cabins, and backroad hollers only a veteran cop would know. Rand Champion, the ADC mouthpiece, warns this fugitive's very dangerous. So keep your eyes peeled, lock up your cannoli, and pray these Ozark caves are too tight for his big frame. MIT's bigwigs just pulled the plug on their diversity, equity, and inclusion racket, sunsetting the Institute Community and Equity Office after an 18-month comprehensive assessment. Capiche? President Sally Kornbluth snapped, "MIT's in the talent business," slashing that DEI crew and even axing the VP for equity and inclusion to prove they're not running a charity, but a world-class brain mill. The ICEO used to preach community through care, education, and restorative practices. But apparently they collected more buzzwords than results. MIT's already ditched diversity pledges in hiring and admissions. No more ideological litmus tests, just raw talent. Critics holler, this plays into Trump's anti-DEI crusade against Harvard, but MIT's spokesperson swears it ain't political. Now researchers can get back to geeking on rockets and microchips without mandatory kumbaya sessions. It's the new MIT motto. Welcome the best, forget the rest. Capiche? And if anyone complains, tell them to take it up with the actuary. This institute runs on brains, not bingo. For a no BS take on everyday's news, please like this video and hit subscribe.